The way I look at it is, if somebody's born with curly hair, they have to buy a pick and pick out the hair in the morning. And if somebody's born with a lot of hair, then they got to shave a lot. I don't know. And I was born destined to have a kidney disease, so I do dialysis. You know, it's something I have to do.
I've enjoyed this system because of the freedom it gives me, and I have traveled, and for instance, I go to the beach, and I go to, you know, go to various things with my families, my children, my grandchildren.
I do the first one at 8, and I do the next one usually at 12:30, and about 5, and then I do it at bedtime.
I'm real happy about it.
I mean, one point is, I mean, it's doable by the average competent person. I mean, the average competent person can do this and take care of his own health to a large extent without having to depend on other people all the time, too. I mean, you're still connected to the center, but I mean, it's not a every 3 days type thing.
The people we've just seen are on peritoneal dialysis, just one form of treatment available for chronic kidney disease. Hello, I'm Dr. Ken Stavron, a nephrologist, a doctor trained to care for people who have kidney disease.
My name is Joan Sullivan, and I'm a nurse with special training in peritoneal dialysis.
I'm a dietitian, and my name is Theresa Davis.
I'm Kathy Franklin, social worker.
We're a healthcare team, much like the one you'll find at any dialysis center, along with other healthcare professionals and people just like you who have kidney disease. We've developed this series to answer many questions you might have. You've met us before if you've seen any of the videos in this series called People Like Us. It's a program to help you and your family understand kidney disease, its treatment options, and the important role you play in your own care. It includes an overview video, a video on transplantation, one on coping, another on nutrition, one on erythropoietin, or EPO as we call it, a special medicine for patients with kidney disease, one on hemodialysis, and this one that deals with peritoneal dialysis. Each video has its own booklet which covers the material in the video, as well as providing additional information you and your family will find helpful. In the overview, you learned about kidney disease, and that for you to live, the work that your kidneys do has to be done, one way or another. You also learned there are 2 basic treatments for kidney failure, transplantation and dialysis. In transplantation, a healthy kidney is placed inside your body to do the work of your own kidneys. In dialysis, the job of your kidneys is done in one of 2 ways, hemodialysis or peritoneal dialysis. To learn about transplantation and hemodialysis, see the videos on those subjects.
There are several forms of peritoneal dialysis, or PD as we sometimes call it, used in this country today. One is called CAPD. The C stands for continuous. That means it's done continuously throughout the day. A stands for ambulatory, and that means it can be done while you're working, traveling, even eating and sleeping. PD simply stands for peritoneal dialysis. Let's see how it works. To begin with, a catheter must be surgically placed into your abdominal cavity, your belly, making it easy to connect yourself to the tubing needed for peritoneal dialysis. 1 to 2 liters of a special sterile solution called a dialysate flows through a special tubing connected to the catheter and is emptied into your abdominal cavity, called the peritoneal cavity. When filling is complete, the empty bag is disconnected and thrown away, and the tubing is capped.
What happens in your abdominal cavity is quite amazing. The lining of your peritoneal cavity, called the peritoneum, acts as a natural filter, allowing the waste products and excess fluids that have accumulated in your blood to pass through it into the cleansing solution. At the same time, holding back important things your body needs, like blood cells and nutrients. For it to do its job, the cleansing solution must stay in your abdominal cavity for up to 6 hours, depending upon your body size and how much waste products have to be removed. We call this time your dwell time. While the solution is in your abdomen, you're free to work, travel, go shopping, do whatever you want. After your dwell time, the solution, now containing waste products and excess fluid, is drained from your peritoneal cavity into an empty bag that is thrown away. You then repeat the process a number of times during the day using fresh dialysis solution. The filling and draining of solution is done entirely by gravity. There are no machines used. This process of exchanging bags of solution and waste products is called a bag exchange and can be done at work, at home, while traveling, but whenever it's done, conditions must be clean. Draining and filling the peritoneal cavity takes 30 to 40 minutes, and the process must be done every day, 7 days a week.
I work. I mean, I have a full-time job. I have a management-type job in private industry, so, you know, this works out perfectly for me. On my schedule, I intend to do my exchange at lunch, probably go home to start with until I get accomplished at it, and then do one in the morning, one at lunch, one around dinner time, and then one at night.
Since one of the real benefits of PD is that you do it yourself, you can see there's a lot to know. If you choose PD, you and a loved one, if you feel you need help, will be taught how to make the exchanges yourself safely and with minimum discomfort.
You'll also be taught how to time your exchanges during the day to suit your schedule. And because PD must be done under clean conditions, special attention will be paid to teaching you how to avoid infections and how to care for your catheter.
Now let's discuss another form of PD called CCPD. Just like in CAPD, the first C stands for continuous. The second C is for cycling. And as you'll see, this is a real difference between CCPD and CAPD. PD simply stands for Peritoneal Dialysis.
In CCPD, instead of you doing the exchanges during the day, you'll connect your catheter at night to a machine called a cycler, which will do the bag exchanges for you, automatically filling and draining your abdominal cavity with fresh solution. This machine is small and doesn't require any special plumbing or electrical changes in your home. CCPD is done while you sleep and takes 8 to 10 hours.
The way I do it is at night, I'm on a machine that does 6 or 7 cycles every night. And a cycle is, it fills me up with this fluid, then I drain it out. And so then during the day, I don't have to worry about it. I can go out, do whatever I want and not need to worry about the dialysis.
It's important for you to understand that with CCPD, the dialysis process still is taking place in your abdominal cavity, just as it does in CAPD. The cycler is just a mechanical way of doing the exchanges for you. Except for this, CCPD and CAPD are essentially the same. Both must be done every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Both require that a catheter be surgically placed in your abdominal cavity. No blood ever leaves your body in CCPD or CAPD. Both require training, which will be given to you. Both must be done under clean conditions. And except for the bag exchanges, which are done for you in the cycler and CCPD, you're still responsible for doing the entire procedure yourself, unless you have help from someone who is trained with you.
If you choose CAPD, your center will arrange for everything you'll need to do it at home or away from home. If you choose CCPD, you'll be given everything you need, including a cycler.